If you feel lost right now, confused about who you are, where you're going, or what you're meant to do, you're not alone. The truth is, most people, at some point in life, walk through this invisible fog, unsure of their purpose, burdened by expectations, distracted by noise, and haunted by the fear of wasting their life. And it's in these moments that we must seek guidance, not from the chaos outside, but from the clarity within. That's exactly what the Stoics knew. Stoicism isn't just a philosophy for the wise or ancient rulers. It's a way of living that becomes your anchor when you're drifting through life without direction. When you feel lost, uncertain, or overwhelmed, the ancient Stoic message is simple. You already possess everything you need. You just have to wake up and remember it. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher king of Rome, sat alone in his tent after countless battles, leading one of the most powerful empires in history, and yet he too often felt lost. His meditations are filled with personal reminders to himself. He wrote, "Look within. Within is the fountain of good, and it will ever bubble up if thou wilt ever dig." Even in the middle of power, luxury, and chaos, he searched for meaning not in fame or fortune, but in inner stillness, virtue, and self-mastery. You might feel like you're drifting, disconnected from the world and even from yourself. Maybe you're unsure of your career, or your relationships feel hollow, or you just wake up with a heavy feeling you can't explain. The Stoics would tell you that these moments are not signs of failure. They're opportunities to return to the most important project of your life, your own soul. Epictetus, born a slave, physically disabled and with no wealth to his name, rose to become one of the greatest Stoic teachers. He didn't blame the world for his condition. He didn't chase after things he couldn't control. Instead, he focused on one simple principle. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. If you're feeling lost, maybe it's because you're trying to control things that were never yours to control. People's opinions, outcomes, the past, or the future. You're exhausting yourself, chasing illusions, forgetting the power that lies in accepting what is and shaping what can be shaped. Your own thoughts, your choices, your reactions. The ancient Stoics taught us to come back to the present. Not the past you can't change, not the future that hasn't arrived, but this moment, the breath you're taking right now, the decision in front of you, the mindset you carry. When you feel lost, it's usually because you've wandered too far from the now. You're living in imagined scenarios or reliving regrets. And the Stoic message is this: come back. Come back to what's real. Come back to what you can control. Seneca, a Roman statesman and philosopher, wrote, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Think about that. So much of your confusion, your stress, your pain, it doesn't come from the world. It comes from your interpretation of it. From overthinking, from worrying, from comparing yourself to others, from believing you're falling behind some imagined timeline. But the Stoics didn't believe in timelines. They believed in progress, not perfection. They believed that each day is a chance to move forward, not towards someone else's definition of success, but toward excellence of character. They called this arete, the pursuit of virtue, of living well, of being brave, honest, disciplined, just. When you're feeling lost, maybe it's not that you're off track. Maybe you've just forgotten what track you want to be on. Instead of asking, "What am I supposed to do with my life?" ask the Stoic question, "How can I live today with courage and integrity?" When you focus on that, on the small actions that make you stronger, better, more whole, you begin to find your way again. You don't need to have it all figured out. The Stoics never did. What they had was a compass, not a map, and that compass always pointed toward virtue. Here's the truth. Life is uncertain. The future is foggy. But that's not a curse. It's freedom. You're free to choose how to respond, free to start over, free to change your story. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Feeling lost? That is the way. That's where the transformation begins. Every great journey starts with a moment of confusion. Every hero begins by feeling unsure, afraid, and small. But the ones who rise are those who embrace that discomfort. They don't run from it. They don't drown it in distractions. They face it. They listen to it. Because within that feeling of being lost is a hidden invitation to return to yourself, to question deeply, and to rebuild with intention.